up, guys? We're heading out to Fort Lauderdale Beach this morning for another scuba dive. It's supposed to be super nice conditions. We're going to a place called Vista Park Beach, which is a super beginner-friendly dive spot from the beach. There's two reef lines there. There's one that's about 300 yards or so off the beach right past the swim buoy. And that's just like a patch reef that's pretty wide. The outer edge of that reef, which is pretty much all I usually hit, is super nice. There's a lot of structure and a lot of life there. Last weekend we got some pretty good fish there, some hogfish. But today we're gonna head out to the second reef line, which is about a quarter mile, maybe a half mile offshore. And it's supposed to be even nicer. It's about 40-50 feet deep. And we're gonna see if we can get some bigger hogs or maybe some grouper out there. Yeah, so let's hit it. Conditions look mint. Just got in the water, started the stopwatch. See how long it takes us to get out there. Looks like we are good to go. Let's make it happen. So we're heading basically to the swim buoy at 10:07. So we're gonna see how long it takes us to get out to the far reef. So you can see the swim buoy right there. And if we look below, you'll see we're at the start of the reef right now. So we're gonna keep going. Make it out to the far one. Only 2-minute swim to the start of the first reef, maybe 5, with all the setup and everything. And the water condition is perfect. There is like clear visibility. See straight to the bottom. Usually you can't really do that. Take a look. As you can see, at this part of the reef, there's really not a lot going on. It's just very small amount of structure down there, just patches. I'll show you the end of the reef too. So we just hit 10 minutes, and you can see the reef has way more structure now. We're pretty much getting to the end of it here. Alright, so 10:19 we reach, or 10:20 we reach the end of the reef. Take a look. Now we got sandy bottom to go for a while, but not too bad. We started at 10:06, so what is that, a 14-minute swim out to the end of the first reef, where you can get a lot of fish with the pole spear. Everything's good sized out here. There's a lot of structure if you start heading south, but let's go a little deeper. All right, this is about how far we are. We're at about 10:44, and I just found a massive ledge that I'm gonna go down on. just as I hit the bottom, I noticed that I was hearing some air leaking out of my tank. So I was freaking out. I had just gotten all the way out here after like a 40-minute swim. But it ended up, I just had to rip the BC off, and I saw the leak there. I just tightened up the regulator a little bit, and it was still leaking a small amount of air, but it wasn't that bad, so I just decided to continue with the dive. As you can see, this reef is absolutely beautiful. I really didn't know that in the Fort Lauderdale area there's stuff like this out there with so much structure and so much life. It really encourages me to kind of get out there, keep looking, and find other stuff like this to show you guys and show you how to get there, since it's just so easy. I came up on this grunt here that was just asking for it. Looks like a perfect shot, but these fish are just so fast and so wary of spear fishermen that it's just hard to get to them. It's alright though, practice makes perfect. Another shot here is way off. Should have been a little bit more to the left. It was a little far from me too, so didn't make that one count. I turn around and right in front of me is exactly what I've been looking for the entire dive. This one looks a little bit more skittish than most though. Usually they don't run away like that. Chase them down, and again, looks like a perfect shot, but they're just fast. So I go and I try to look under all these rocks to see where he might have went, but he booked it. He's nowhere to be found. Better luck next time. You see where we're at, and that reef was well worth the swim. That was sick. So I'm just about out of air. I'm going to head back towards the first reef, try to find the hogfish I never caught, and then maybe dive another tank. We'll see. On the way back, we found this little nurse shark that was following us around for a little bit, but once he saw how big I was, he started turning around. He might have smelled the grunts that were in my fish bag, but we got away unscathed on that one. Alright, so first dive is done. Freaking sick. Probably the coolest ledge I found in the area. And it's just right out that way. So right now we're gonna put another tank. Well, I already put the other tank on, and conditions are still almost perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit the first reef this time and try to find that hogfish we just missed. All right, so we made it to the outside edge of the first reef. We're gonna just hit it here. Looks like we got some rain coming in pretty soon, so we're gonna try to make this dive pretty quick. We came up on this massive coral head, which looked like it had a lot of activity, but nothing really that I wanted to get. We ended up on a pretty poor section of this reef, so there wasn't much going on. Totally unexpected, I came up on these two massive giant pufferfish. Never seen any of these before, so this was a pretty sweet find on this dive. Yeah, it's our second dive. Really wasn't a success. The current change was running hard north, and visibility went way down later in the day. It's low tide now, so that's probably why. We didn't really see much to shoot. There's a couple of hogs down there, but they were babies. Either way, today was a huge success. We went out to that second reef, and it is sick. So we're definitely going back there. Got a couple of grunts today, which you can eat. They're not the greatest, but I'll go ahead and fillet them up later. Maybe make a little snack for dinner. All right, so we're gonna start filleting these little grunts that we got. Got 1, 2, good taco meat. So after I finished filleting them up, we put together some pico, cut up some chicken, and we ended up making a little blackened seasoning, mixed a bunch of spices together. And then we basted the fish in butter and just patted them down with the seasoning, put them on the grill. And it really turned out to be a good meal for 2. And it's just super easy, guys. Go out for a dive, get some fish, and have a good meal after.